Hello, my name is Rafael Nathan Santiago. I enjoy playing games, participating in Daily Dex tournaments on weekends, and going outdoors to enjoy the fresh air. One fun fact about me is that on October 6, 2019, I won a big Beyblade Burst before X Generation tournament at SM Annex and received a trophy as well as lots of Beyblade prizes. My school even suggested to post about my win on Facebook, but I turned it down because I was shy. My passion for learning allows me to grow and become a better version of myself. Let's begin with my physical self, which is the most visible part of who I am. The My Evolution activity helped me realize how much I've grown and changed physically over the years. It was fun and nostalgic to gather my old photos, making me remember how much I missed the thousand times. From this dimension, I learned that it's perfectly okay to be different from others and not fit into society's standards. Sexual self. My sexual self helps me recognize my identity and how I bond with others, making it an essential part of who I am. When I was in grade 5, I got attracted to a girl in my class for the first time, which helped me understand that I am straight. At that time, I didn't fully grasp those feelings, but as I grew older, I began to make sense of them. Through the activity My Evolution again, I was able to think and deepen my knowledge of my sexual self. Cultural self. Next is cultural self, which is influenced by the values, beliefs, traditions, and environment I grew up in. My parents taught me to say po and opo to elders as a sign of respect, and our family always eats together as part of the tradition. We always go to church together and share our faith in God, which strongly reflects our Filipino identity. I'm grateful for this course because it aids me to understand how my culture influences and shapes who I am. Digital self. One thing I love about my digital self is the ability to connect with friends and family anytime and anywhere. For example, my cousin, who lives in Canada, uses Messenger to chat with us and share stories about their day. I also enjoy having access to online resources and courses that help me learn and grow. However, I learned that the digital world also has downsides like cyberbullying, addiction, and false information. And through the factors of myself and others' activity, I realized that it's still possible to meet genuine people online and build real connections. Material self. My material self is expressed through the things I value and own, such as my gadgets and Beyblades, which reflect my personality and lifestyle. When my family bought me my first Beyblade in December 2017, I didn't realize it would become such a big part of my life. Over time, joining tournaments every weekend turned it into a hobby that strengthened my bond with my family, made new friends, and helped me relax from schoolwork. Through activities like my safe space, I also realized that gaming helps me cope with stress and stay grateful for everything I have, especially thanks to my parents' support. Mental self. For my mental self, I enjoy discovering new things, solving logical problems, and playing strategy games like Fortnite to enhance my decision making. Last year, I struggled with overthinking after failing to submit an activity worth 25 points because I was busy with OJT, research, and other schoolwork. I worried that it would ruin my grades, but I was surprised to find out that I still got a 92 in that subject. And my teacher told me that the activity didn't affect my grade much. From that experience, I learned to stop overthinking, manage my time better, and start tasks earlier to avoid cramming. Now, I handle stress by taking breaks, joining Beyblade tournaments, going out with my family, and reminding myself that it's okay to make mistakes as long as I learn from them. Next is emotional self. A lot of people say that I am a good listener, doesn't get mad when they do something wrong in an activity, and a calm person. I do try to think clearly when everything is not going right, but of course, I can't always do that as this is not good for my mental health, and it is okay that I sometimes feel disappointed or mad. They say that I don't really have emotions, but that is the farthest thing from the truth. I do feel sad or unmotivated when I fail a test when I study so hard for it, losing each Beyblade tournament, or failing to defend a research project. So whenever I feel sad or unmotivated, I listen to songs like Japanese anime opening song, Charlie Puth, or the Sunflower song to make me feel better or release my emotions. This year, I try to take a bit deep breath and have a moment of silence whenever I feel sad or cry or about to cry, and just close my eyes. I also try to do activities that make me happy, such as going to daily tournaments, hanging out with my friends, spending time with my family, and going to a different country. Managing my emotions helps me get along with others as well as avoid unnecessary conflicts. My emotional self helps me become more caring, understanding, and strong inside. Lastly, we have spiritual self. In my opinion, I firmly believe that everything happens for a reason. As I discussed earlier, I was stressing and overthinking too much because I failed to submit activity, but somehow I still got a 92 general average grade. Maybe it happened so that I could learn a lesson from my mistake. Praying helps me feel guided and calm, especially when I'm struggling or confused. I try to live by doing what I think is right and being kind to others. I think every person I know has said to me that I am the nicest person they've met. My faith reminds me to be thankful for what I have and all the support I've got every day. From time to time, I reflect on my actions to ensure that I'm growing as a person. My spiritual self guides me to live with purpose, compassion, and gratitude. Feedback. My rating for this course is 9 out of 10. Not my favorite, but I still like the topics I learned from this module, and thankful that I got to do all the activities. It made me reflect my growth and made me feel nostalgic. I don't have a topic that I didn't like less from Module 2. All the activities made me come out of my shell and made me more expressive in my work. So I'm grateful to Sir for making these activities.